The film that I've chosen is a 1990s film called Days of Thunder. It was directed by Tony Scott, and the writers were Robert Downey and Tom Cruise. Actually, did help write this film. There is quite a lot of there's a lot of people in this film that will drag people's attention, i.e. Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise was not that old in this film. I don't know his exact age, but also Nicole Kidman, who's actually still a big actress today. There's also the likes of Robert Duvall, Randy Quaid, Carrie Elwes, Michael Rooker, and Fred Dalton Thompson. They're quite big names back from when this obviously was out. Obviously, Tom Cruise is also known from another film called Top Gun, which was released in 1986. There is actually only one sequel of Days of Thunder so far. There was rumours of it becoming a second one, which actually would help the audience will actually go and see that, because they do like this. If they like the first one, they're obviously going to go watch the second one, because it's big fandom. There's a big fandom base for this one film. I mean, it was out before I was born, and I still even watch it today. People don't remake the film. People have not actually tried to remake the film, because obviously they don't want to. It's a classic film. The audience, there's no big event that they go to every year. They go to the NASCAR, which is racing, so I guess you could say there is some form of an event, but there is also basically there's no Comic-Con and stuff like that. So whereas films like Star Wars and Back to the Future, they have their specific events that they go to. Star Trek is also another example of this. They go to Comic-Con and everything like that in London, at the Stadium Arena. They go everywhere basically where they can get something like this, because it's something that they enjoy. Films are often created in an artificial world, which the audiences want active involvement. To do this, fans will often be from subcultural groups. When having a fandom, you sometimes might go to an event, again, such as a Comic-Con. Also, you have cosplays, which is effectively what a Comic-Con is. You have quite a lot of active spectatorship in this, because it's such a hard-hitting film. It's always constant drama. There's always something happening, even if it don't seem like it at first. There is always something going on. These are more of the film. Basically, the people that would want to go and watch this are people that are into sports. If you're into your racing, like me, or if anyone that is into any sport, action, or drama would genuinely go and see something like this. The trailer, actually, to be fair, made quite a big hype for me, because as soon as my dad actually introduced me to the film, as soon as he showed me the trailer, I instantly was one of the audience members. I instantly sat there and watched the film 2 minutes after I watched the trailer, because my dad had it on DVD and still does today, and I even have it now on DVD, and it still shows that the film is still going strong. There's quite a lot of strong reviews about this. People say that Tom Cruise is the right person for it. Some people say that Tom Cruise isn't the right person for it, because it's one of them. It's the audience members that basically do really like the person, but then also don't like the person. It's to and fro. The audience will battle over it. It's similar to with the Marvel and DC kind of combat. You will have the people who argue DC's better, Marvel's better, DC's better, Marvel's better, because you're not gonna get anything. Basically, it's going to be one of them arguments, because some people really like Tom Cruise. I personally do, but then they're also not going to be able to. Basically, people won't be able to. They've also there's similar films to this, you have Rowdy Burns, who's played by Michael Rooker, and Tom Cruise, Cole Trickle, who's the main people. This kind of battle links into the film called Rush. Rush obviously come out in about 2014, 2015. And it's, again, one of the big hard-hitting films of the century, because it's such a good film that people will always watch and watch and watch because of how different it is. They're Cole Trickle and Rowdy Burns and Ross Wheeler as well throughout the film. Actually, to be fair, does do have a big impact on the film, because Rush is also about Ayrton Senna. No, sorry, not Ayrton Senna. Ayrton Senna and Niki Lauda also had these kind of battles, but also the Rush is also mainly about James Hunt and Niki Lauda. But this is the good thing about the film. Basically, it influences other films to be made because of how good it is. The one tagline on IMDb, it says, "A young hot-shot stock car driver gets his chance to compete at the top level." Because basically Tom Cruise wants to make it to Indianapolis, which is the Indy 500, which is one of the biggest races in the world.